our predictions for the
2025 Belgian Grand Prix.
Before we dive into all predictions, P1 patrons, if you're out there, the Ollie Bearman full video is now live. So if you want to see full unedited F1 driver interviews, as well as lots more perks, head to patreon.com/MattP1Tommy. And you can enjoy Ollie Bearman saying that a grizzly bear isn't that big. Although to be
full
fair,
uncut of him dropping his water bottle.
Yes, beautiful stuff. Okie dokie, it's time, as per the P1 podcast regulations for the predictions, it's Tommy's time to go first for Good Surprise.
Oh, okay, so good surprise, I've gone for Pierre Gasly. No influence by my daughter Grace, who is a big Pierre Gasly fan.
You've been on holiday with Grace, and all of a sudden you're a Pierre Gasly stan.
I just feel like he's going to have a good weekend. I think Alpine will be decent round here. I did make this prediction before I saw the weather and how crazy it was, but I stuck with it because I'd kick myself if I changed it. But I feel like this is maybe more suited to the Alpine, which has been slightly rubbish this year, it has to be said.
So you think Alpine are going to be good, but don't lock in a team. My good surprise is a team. And I don't ever do teams, but I've gone for Williams. I'm still very much locking in that they've been on a poor run of form in the grand scheme of things. And if they both secure a lovely double points finish in what is quite clearly going to be a wet/dry/wet/dry/wet/dry Belgian Grand Prix sprint weekend, yeah, they got straights, they got corners. That's a bit of James Vowles. Daddy Vowles is now legit. He's now a daddy, so
He's
big congrats to him. And look, he's going to bring that new fatherhood energy to a good surprise for me and score points. So thank you very much, James Vowles. We now head to a big flop. Who is flopping this week? I have gone for, and this will not go down well with many people, Nico Hülkenberg.
I literally knew you were going to do that.
No podium.
The Matt Gallagher special.
No podium, that'll be a point for me. Thank you very much. Back-to-back podiums is the only way I don't score points here. No, I'm kidding. I've gone for Nico Hülkenberg, just purely because it's gone far too well for him recently. You know, he's been scoring absolute banger results, not just with the podium, but just like he's been scoring a phenomenal amount of points in that Sauber. And it's just vibes. We know this, right? I'm not saying that Nico Hülkenberg is a bad driver. I'm purely saying that there is a bad weekend coming, and I can feel it in my bones that it might well be this weekend.
Interesting, because big flop, I've gone for a team, and that team is Sauber. This isn't even the fact that, you know, if Nico Hülkenberg finished fourth, it's like, oh, he's flopped, he's worse than last time.
I'll be arguing it.
Yeah, I know you will. They've had an amazing run of form. They've looked a lot more competitive. I just think in a crazy weekend, there's definitely, when I was deciding who I'd go for big flop, it really does feel like one team could have an absolute nightmare here, doesn't it? In these crazy wet races, arguably last time you had kind of V-Carb having a nightmare and stuff, and Mercedes last time out as well. It's very much on to have a team having a shocker, so I've gone for Sauber.
Sprint pole, Tommy.
Sprint pole. I've gone for Max Verstappen. If it rains, he's very good. Even in the dry, he loves Spa. He's always very quick around here. It feels like many of the last races has been Max Verstappen getting pole position and having an engine penalty. The last few years just feels like that always seems to happen at Spa. But Max, so good around Spa, and of course, is very good at qualifying this year, very, very surprisingly so. Okie
dokie. My sprint pole is Lando Norris. I'm not just purely going for this because of McLaren being quick, just generally because they are. It's a safe bet. But also, you know, I've looked at the weather. Friday looks like it could be a little bit wet. Saturday looks clearer. And then Sunday, again, chances of rain. But with Spa, you know, it can change in a flash. But what I've done there is that, you know, Lando has been very quick, even prior to McLaren being the fastest team around here. Of course, he had that big crash, but before that, in those really heavy rain conditions, he was phenomenal. So I think it's a pretty good bet to go for Lando Norris sprint pole in a changeable condition session. So that's what I've gone for sprint pole. A sprint winner. Speaking of Lando Norris, that's who I've gone for. I just feel as though it's going to be like a 4-lap sprint with it being Spa. So look, Lando just needs to.
It's a terrible idea to do the sprint of Spa. But this is what we're going to do, and I just feel as though, as much as we talk about pole being, is that really where you want to be at the start of a Grand Prix round Spa? Yes, you still kind of want to be on pole. In the wet, it will be.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you'll get a good slipstream, but if it's in the wet, going through Eau Rouge and up Radion, you're not going to be trying to get a huge slipstream, unless you're Max Verstappen, who'll just risk it all probably to try and take the lead. But I've gone for sprint winner Lando Norris.
Sprint winner, I have gone for Oscar Piastri. Even though tricky conditions, I think he showed that he could grab that victory in the wet. Obviously didn't go to plan with the big error he made, but of course, I think it was 2 years ago we had the sprint here, and that kind of felt like Oscar's coming-of-age race, where he brilliantly led the race at one point. I think Oscar is going to continue his good form.
Okie dokie. We now head to pole position. So on the Saturday, a little bit drier, potentially. Tommy, who have you gone for?
I've gone for Max Verstappen again. Same as what I said, really, from sprint pole. Verstappen around Spa is very much his circuit. It's amazing to think that he has the joint most poles this season when you look at the championship gap that McLaren have. And qualifying seems to be where Max can excel. So, gone for Max.
I can confirm I did not go for the same prediction and therefore don't need to change. My pole position, Charles Leclerc. The reason I've gone for this is not purely delirium, but Ferrari are bringing a whopping upgrade to this race. I don't know why they're still upgrading. Everyone else has given up and gone home. Ferrari are like, nope, keep building, keep upgrading. And I've said there is some logic here in the sense of, okay, I believe, and this is dangerous, that Ferrari will improve with this upgrade, and it's potentially dry on the Saturday. Charles Leclerc masterclass. I've been asking for this for quite some time. It looked like it could have happened at the British Grand Prix, but it didn't. So why not? Another upgrade, another step forward. Ferrari fastest in the dry. Right, let's head to the top three. Now, before we dive into this, I want to talk about something very quickly, which is very interesting, but sadly I don't know if we're even going to see it, is that Pirelli for the first time ever have brought a step difference in the tyres. So they've gone for the C1, C3 and C4, but it's going to rain, so we're not going to see it, and therefore we don't know it's going to rain. But I'm a little bit gutted that they've decided to choose the Belgian Grand Prix for a difference in dry tyres when the Belgian Grand Prix is the most likely one of probably the lot to have some kind of weather-affected session.
For me, that is the answer to, particularly in this dirty air formula now that we have with these cars, you need such a big difference in performance to be able to make overtakes and have racing. So you need that difference between the tyres, and if people are starting on different tyres, that's when you can risk it and think, well, I'll go for a really soft tyre and try and fly through the field because I'll have a massive advantage, and then go off strategy and try something different. Please, Pirelli, do that again, or let's have a dry race.
Yeah, I completely agree that eking out a one-stop strategy on a hard tyre should have its drawbacks, not to be 2 to 3 tenths slower than a medium that lasts 20 less laps. It's having this bigger discrepancy is exactly what we've been saying for quite some time. So big up to Pirelli for listening to the P1 podcast. That's all I'm going to say. Right, third position in the race, I am locking in Charles Leclerc. So he's not going to win. Let's be real. I don't think the Ferrari will have the race pace, but a nice little Charles Leclerc podium, I'll take it. And that is a sad reality of where I am.
We've got the same delusion here, because P3, I've gone for Max Verstappen. Pole position, we've both gone for our pole position in P3. Who could be second and first?
Okay, Tommy, who's your second place?
Lando Norris. Lando's form has been a lot better. Of course, he bounced back after Canada and the British Grand Prix. While he had a bit of good fortune, still drove a great race to take the victory. And he does look like he's got some momentum behind him, but I just feel like Oscar... Oh, sorry, spoiler alert. I just feel like Lando might finish P2 this weekend. Unless
you saved that one, Tommy.
Unless Matt goes
you saved
a
that one.
curveball and I have to pick Bortoletto winning because he's blocked me or something.
In second place, I am locking in Max Verstappen. Did I think that coming into about 5 seconds ago? No, I was going to go for a Lando second, Oscar first. However, putting Max second at a rainy Spa, how is that seen as an outside shot? Like, there is every realm where Max Verstappen can get on the podium, and especially in P2, if not win the race. And maybe I've actually underestimated him, because there are times where Red Bull have been very quick and have worked. Yes, we're looking at Silverstone where it was rainy and it was terrible, but they went for a dry, risky setup and it didn't work out. They are still quick in the hands of Max Verstappen. So I'm trying to G myself up here with this prediction. So second place, Max Verstappen, lock it in. In first position, I have gone for Oscar Piastri. Now, did I think Oscar was going to finish second until about 30 seconds ago? No, I didn't actually. No, actually, no, that's a lie. I was going to put Oscar first. I'm talking rubbish. Second, I was going to put Lando. I've changed it to Max, so I can then put Oscar as my first position and screw over Tommy, because that is the beauty of that. I don't even care if this is wrong. I am enjoying this moment where I have... It's similar, right, to how Katie last time completely blocked the family prediction with the top three, which was ridiculous. I'm only blocking one. So there you go. And Oscar Piastri could absolutely win the Belgian Grand Prix, and that's what I thought coming into this anyway. So I'm happy with locking that in. It's more the fact, will Max finish 12th or 2nd? Okay, there you go, Tommy. What are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to have to change my prediction, because no surprise, it was Oscar Piastri. Interesting tactics there. I feel like the only driver I could go for here is George Russell to win the race. The redemption story.
Not sure.
No. Sorry. The redemption story for George Russell after the disqualification, even though he drove that brilliant race.
I absolutely love how we've not spoken about Mercedes being good once, and you've just gone, George winning.
George winning. Well,
why not?
Why not?
Okay, one crazy prediction. Tommy, you to go first. So, maybe think about what I'm going to say, and then, you can try and block it.
No, I'm going to lock mine in still. And it is Franco Colapinto gets his first points of the season.
That is actually mental, because when I was writing this, that was one of two that I was deciding to choose from.
Okay.
So you could have genuinely blocked me from something. Mine is equally a driver not doing particularly well and backing them to do something that might well not happen. Tsunoda makes Q3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's not done it since Saudi, I believe. And do I genuinely, in my heart of hearts, believe this is going to happen? No, but that's why it's called crazy prediction. So yes, Tsunoda has not made Q3 since being in the Red Bull. And a little crazy one. Will he actually start 20th? Potentially. Let's go to our Patreon predictions. So if you're part of the P1 Patreon, you can submit a prediction for us each week, and then we choose one to be part of our points tally across the season. I have gone for You Will Not Have the Drink, who have said both Ferraris finish in the top 5 for both sprint and the main race.
Okay.
Yeah, we're cooking. So that is... It's a sprinkling of delusion. Just a sprinkling. But it's top 5. That's very possible.
It's possible, but it's still like...
It would require clean races
enough.
from both of them. Yeah. So come on, Hamilton, don't let me down, please.
So my Patreon prediction is from Zingy. 3 different constructors on the podium.
All right.
See it? Basically hoping for one of the McLarens to slip up, basically. But could see that with maybe a McLaren. Whether, obviously, the Max, George, maybe a Ferrari.
So I'll be buzzing if I get my top 3 right, but then that will also mean that you get your Patreon prediction right. So once again, Tommy covering bases where he possibly can, like the scumbag that he is. So there you go. Right. We have locked those in, which means we are now heading to the family top 3. It is currently 7-4 to the boring Bellinghams. And hopefully this week, there will be no blocking. So, Tommy, are you going to ring first, or am I going to ring first?
I don't mind. My dad's here, so let's
just do it.
Hi, Baloo.
Hello, you all right?
Baloo?
Oh my God, the tour's just gone.
Oh,
Sorry, the
One
dog
sec.
just couldn't believe you were called Beluga.
Right. Can we have a P3, please, for
No,
the
no.
Belgian
Before we
Grand
do
Prix?
that, what's a Beluga?
I don't know.
Yes, you can. Me and your mum have agreed, so we're going Antonelli third.
Oh, okay. Antonelli third.
Belgians really don't want to score this week. We love that.
And second, Max.
Okay.
And sorry, apologies to Matt for being Mr. Predictable, but Oscar for the win.
Okay. No,
I
I think
appreciate the apology.
Yeah, he
But
appreciates
the
the
other
apology,
two
but
were good.
yeah, you've gone
For me.
rogue with not a McLaren
I went
1-2,
back
so
second.
we'll take it. Speak to you soon.
Okay,
Bye, Cyril.
ready.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Sorry, what is Beluga?
I just called him Cyril as well, which is not his name.
So it's just
One
random
of the
names
many
now,
nicknames. Yeah, it's basically just call you
random
just
names.
call people anyone, not their name.
but themselves. Okay, let's go to my dad. Please don't choose the same things. Don't go for Antonelli third. You can't be doing that.
Imagine he does.
Hello.
Hi, Dad. Welcome to the P1 podcast. How are you?
Hello, everybody, first of all. I'm fine,
Oh, my
thank you.
God. Look at that. PR trained.
Love
Absolutely
it.
love
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Dad, talk to me. Third place, please.
It's a tricky one. I'm going to go for George Russell.
Okay.
Other Mercedes. Okay, all right. Cool. Third place. And second?
Oh, God. It's either Oscar or Lando.
That
I'm going to go Oscar second.
Oscar second. I'm really glad that you've kept the suspense of who you've gone for as first position.
I'm going to go for Lewis Hamilton. I'm joking.
Oh my God.
No, you got to lock in the first answer, I'm afraid.
Nah, Tommy's just said you have to lock in the first answer, I'm afraid, which is a new rule, which is rubbish.
Tell Tommy to go and strum his guitar.
I wondered where you'd go with that.
No, I'm not. I'm going to keep it clean.
Okay, right. Brilliant. Thanks,
It's a
Dad.
tricky one.
Okay,
All right.
thank you so much. Love you. Bye. There you go. Right. How are we feeling about that, Tommy?
That was good, yeah. I'm looking forward to the sprint weekend. More racing, more competitive sessions of chaos. So a bit of weather in the mix. Feels like it's been a long time since some F1 as well. So excited for this weekend for sure. And we've also
Indeed.
got all the questions that are going to be thrown to a certain Max Verstappen and George Russell.
I'm
in
sure
the
Max
media.
is really looking forward to Media Day. I bet that'll be his favourite day of the weekend.
I'm sure he's going to have a mysterious illness or something.
yeah.
Or
I don't fancy that.
actually,
blame
another
him.
baby's being born. Sorry, I've got to go. And he'll just not be there.
All right, thank you, everybody. We'll see you soon for this weekend's coverage. Of course, we'll be live on Twitch and YouTube on Saturday and Sunday, and also Friday. Of course, it's a sprint weekend. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
Indeed.
we're live for every competitive session, so come and join us there. And until then, thank you, everybody. Goodbye to Frank, goodbye to you, goodbye to Tommy, and we will see you very soon. Tommy, wait, what was your final thoughts? I'm waving and I didn't even ask for your final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Frank predictions next week.
Frank predictions next week. Okay, well, wait for me to move into my new house. Then it's dog predictions. Bruno will get involved.
Unless
as well.
it's 10-4 to the Bellinghams, and then
Yeah, then you just don't get a prediction that week. Imagine Frank scores you 3 out of 3 for 1 week.
that would be incredible.
Right. Bye!
Bye.